Have you ever actually looked at a standard college transcript and thought, does this really tell my whole story? I mean, think about it. Does a flat two-dimensional piece of paper with a few letters and numbers really show a future employer what you are genuinely capable of doing out there in the real world? It's a massive problem in education right now. We're just not capturing the real, practical skills that get developed during all those years of study. And when you look at the tools we currently have available, well, you see a glaring divide. On one side, we've got standard institutional learning management systems, the usual LMS. And look, they're great for administrative tracking and submitting grades, but they basically stop right at the classroom door. On the other side, you have your commercial professional networks. Fantastic for broad industry networking, sure, but they completely lack the specialized nuance you need for things like academic collaboration, peer-to-peer mentoring, or local research support. So, what happens? Students, researchers, and, crucially, employers fall right into the gap between these two systems. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are exploring a platform that was built to solve this exact disconnect, and it's called RontechED Connect. Developed by Rontech Media, this is a specialized, browser-native professional education network. It essentially brings academic workflows and career transition tools together into one totally secure ecosystem. Throughout this explainer, we're really going to focus on how this platform specifically benefits the professional community by taking raw academic effort and turning it into highly visible professional value. Okay, let's dive into this. We'll start with the education professional gap, then enter RontechED Connect. From there, we'll look at workspaces for professional growth, explore the Opportunities Jobs Board, discuss building a professional portfolio, and finally wrap up with the connected academic ecosystem. Section 1. The education professional gap. So, building a genuine bridge between the classroom and the boardroom. That requires a fundamental shift in how we actually view the student experience. This whole platform is anchored by the visionary philosophy of its founder, Dr. Ronnie A. Rodas. His overarching goal was to democratize access by capturing what he calls the work behind the credential. Dr. Rodas realized that standard platforms literally just record completed degrees. They miss the journey. But RontechED Connect is built to document and share the day-to-day academic grind. We're talking the collaborative projects, the research milestones, those late-night study sessions. This makes a student's actual capabilities visible and, more importantly, verifiable to employers long before graduation day even hits. Section 2. Enter RontechED Connect. So the crucial point is how they actually make this vision a reality while breaking down technical barriers. The platform is distributed as a progressive web application, or a PWA. If you weren't familiar, it's essentially a lightweight website that acts exactly like a native app on your phone. You completely bypass commercial app stores. You literally just add it directly to your Android or iOS home screen. This is an absolute game changer for students in low-resource environments because it runs incredibly smoothly on almost any consumer-grade device while still delivering that premium native app feel. Section 3. Workspaces for professional growth. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer breadth of networking happening here. These aren't just your standard social hubs. They're literal stepping stones to career readiness. You've got business and entrepreneurship groups that focus heavily on startup planning. You have healthcare circles coordinating real clinical studies. There are dedicated research groups for dissertation support and veteran groups specifically for transition mentoring. For professionals and employers out there, this is huge. It means you can tap into highly concentrated, totally relevant talent pools directly related to your industry. You're engaging with active learners who are dead serious about their fields. Now, as these groups collaborate, they're obviously sharing materials, but there's a strict limit. Exactly 75 megabytes of total storage per classroom, with a 15 megabyte limit per individual file upload. You might be wondering, why such a specific, kind of small number? Well, it's a highly deliberate design choice. Before finishing his Ph.D., Dr. Rodas actually worked professionally as a video DJ under the brand DJ Rontech. And that background in live media production really taught him the importance of responsiveness. By strictly capping file sizes, the platform ensures lightning-fast uploads, prevents heavy files from bogging down older mobile devices, and keeps the digital workspaces incredibly fluid. Section 4. The Opportunities Jobs Board. Okay, so this is where the platform pivots to directly serve you, the employers, establishing a very direct hiring utility. Premium members like institutional partners or corporate recruiters, can post hiring opportunities. But to guarantee absolute clarity, the platform enforces mandatory criteria for every single listing. Employers have to clearly define the employment type, the workplace model, and the exact hiring criteria, ranging from high school diplomas all the way up to specific professional licenses. For the professional community, this force structure is amazing. It completely eliminates the spam and ambiguity you usually find on massive job boards, making your talent acquisition so much more efficient. Section 5. Building a professional portfolio. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact moment a student's flat, two-dimensional credential becomes a dynamic, three-dimensional professional identity. The Scholar Portfolio, or Academic Showcase, acts as this highly modern resume workspace. Instead of just listing a university name and a GPA, users can physically pin their research papers, project reports, visual presentations, and certifications right there next to their formal degrees. For an employer, it takes all the guesswork out of hiring. You don't just have to trust that a candidate studied data analysis, you literally click and view the actual coding project they built last semester. But let's be honest, building a professional identity from the ground up is stressful. That's why the platform's Campus HUD includes a feature called Balance Check. This is a 100% private, academic-safe space for mood check-ins and burnout mitigation. And because these check-ins are processed totally privately, a student can self-reflect and access mental health resources safely, with zero fear that their emotional state is going to be exposed to their academic advisors or somehow impact their professional standing. It's just a really crucial, empathetic support mechanism for long-term career success. Section 6. The Connected Academic Ecosystem. Let's move to and see how this builds into something even bigger. Because RontechED Connect doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It acts as a central hub for a totally seamless workflow across sibling platforms. Just imagine a student's journey. First, maybe they practice for their professional engineering exams using Practice Test 360. Then, let's say a doctoral candidate needs to analyze some complex interview data. They do that securely on Research Lens Pro. Finally, they bring the verified results from both of those platforms directly back to RontechED Connect. They share their performance metrics and research findings directly with active mentors and, you guessed it, prospective employers. To really understand the depth of this ecosystem, just look at Research Lens Pro for a second. It's designed heavily for master's and Ph.D. candidates. And the kicker? It offers 100% private local browser processing. That means highly sensitive data stays entirely on the user's device. Zero server uploads. None. It also packs in advanced tools like built-in optical character recognition to instantly read text from images, a guided report builder to structure a full dissertation, and professional-grade metrics to prove research reliability. Because it integrates right back into RontechED Connect, these users are essentially proving their highest-level analytical skills to the professional community in real time. By bringing the academic grind completely out of the shadows and placing it right into a structured, professional networking environment, RontechED Connect is totally changing how we evaluate readiness for the workforce. It solves the gap for the student, for sure, but it also provides immense, tangible value to the professional community seeking verified, capable talent without all the usual hiring risks. So I want to leave you with this to think about. If your professional identity is no longer just a flat piece of paper, but a living, breathing ecosystem, what will you build behind your credential next? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.